But part of the problem is not the voting booth. The problem is before we ever get to the voting booth. Vetting our candidates. You get to the early meetings and say, sir, if a bill was voted on that would make it a criminal act to kill babies from conception till birth, would you vote for the bill, yes or no? Please don't give me a long answer, yes or no. And then he goes, well, you know, I just want to say for the record that I've got an 8-year-old daughter, and there was this time that we said, shut up. Don't really say shut up, but it's, you know, that would be rude, right, boys? We don't use the S word in our house. We're not supposed to say shut up. You say to them, sir, thank you for that answer, but that's not what I asked you. I asked you, would you vote yes or no? If a bill came before your desk, if it's the executive, if it's the governor, the president, you know, if they have to sign it, or if it's a legislator, would you vote for it that made it a criminal act to kill a baby from conception until death? Would you vote for it? And then if they say no, or if they equivocate, then you know you've got a problem. So the problem is that we don't do our homework and we're not engaged in the fight at the front end. Why aren't we? Because it's annoying, because it's a sacrifice, because it takes time, because it's not fun. It's not fun. I know fun, and that is not fun. But it's duty, and it's how we're going to win. And because we haven't done it, we keep getting our tails kicked, our clocks clean, and we keep getting people like Boehner who say, I'm pro-life. And then National Right to Life or other groups run off and print little cards that say pro-life, voted against partial birth abortion. That was the biggest waste of time and money that the pro-life movement has invested in since Roe versus Wade. It was a scam from the beginning. Because, okay, great, you can't pull a baby out 3/4 of the way and snip its brain or, you know, its vertebrae. You could just burn him to death with a saline solution. So keep in and kill early. That's the motto of partial birth abortion ban. It was absurd. And it gave umbrage to people like Clinton who signed it. I had a daily Christian TV show, and it was running in Cincinnati and around the country. Clinton's people bought time. I'm an enemy of Bill Clinton, right? By name, he has spoken to me. He's buying $2,000 a month worth of ads on that station during my show, saying, I voted against partial birth abortion. Oh, whoa, that must mean I can vote for Clinton. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. And the phone rings in the White House. Who would you like to be there? All right, next. Any other questions? All right, we'll take 2 more and then we'll call it quits. You guys have been a great audience. Go ahead, sir.
What about the response that it's not a one-issue platform or one issue to determine your choice?
What about the response that it's not a one-issue platform? All right, take out slavery, put in child killing, or take away child killing and put in killing Jews or slavery. Candidate Smith, you agree with him on health care. You agree with him on education. You agree with him on the Second Amendment. You agree with him on the rate of taxation. The problem is candidate Smith wants to reinstitute chattel slavery. And he believes that every white man has a right to own another black person as a slave. And by the way, he says repeatedly, I would never own a slave myself. And I am against slavery, but I am not willing to, I'm personally opposed to slavery, but I'm not willing to put my morals or impose my morals on people who want to own slaves. And so I believe that a man should have the right to own a slave. We see the problems that African Americans are causing all over the country, and they didn't cause those kind of problems when they were slaves. Now, at that moment, would you become a one-issue voter?
Yes.
You want to have, what? Yeah, but we agree on the Second Amendment on taxes. So it's a one issue. If you believe in the murder, the butcher of innocent little babies, you have disqualified yourself before God and men. And when you see God face to face with blood all over your hands, you'll understand why I oppose you. Have a nice eternity. All right, I've gotten a little too worked up. Yes.
Okay, getting back to those of us who stand in front of the abortion clinic.
God love you.
And the last-ditch effort to save babies.
Yes.
And it really is our effort. But
yes.
How what is your opinion and your advice on showing the graphic pictures? I have no problem once I get to talk to a woman to show her the graphic pictures. I personally have a problem having them out as the women come in because they have total tunnel vision when they see those pictures.
I know.
And they walk in and ignore anything